morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining me today with this topic of my session, XR at Scale, the Path to Success, featuring the HITACHI nuclear energy. Let me start by introducing myself. I'm David Moreno. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of Virtualware. We are experts in virtual reality. We've been here for 17 years, mainly creating custom VR, XR content across industries. The company started in 2004 with the belief that these technologies can really change companies and can change the enterprise. We have 40 people, very passionate and very happy for being part of Virtualware and what we do worldwide. And we are also the creator of Vero XR platform. We were the winners of the first hour of the VR Enterprise Solution of the Year in the VR Awards a couple of years ago when we created this platform. You can ask why the platform if you've been creating custom content across industries, and this is a great shift in your strategy. Well, we continue creating custom applications, but around an XR platform. Why? We had different discussions with our customers and potential customers about, the risks of implementing XR technology in their companies, and that's why, we created this XR platform to reduce the risks. One of them, to be always up to date. For instance, if you are in the exploring phase, integration phase, or even, you have XR at scale, at the beginning of some of the things that the challenges you are facing are like, how if I create something, develop something today, maybe a training pin, how is it going to work with the new headset in the future? How is it going to run? 2 years, 3 years? Well, with an XR platform, you can manage all that information. Maybe if a new headset is in the market, you have created your solution around the platform, the platform is going to allow you to, play with or train your trainees using the new headset. A second thing, the easy onboarding. If you haven't ever implemented XR technologies, using an XR platform is a good way to onboard this technology easy in your company and start implementing that with a low budget, let's say it that way. And finally, and this is the main topic of today, bring XR at scale. With an XR platform, you can have from one location to several locations with one guy to many people in your organization implementing XR technology. So the first statement of today on my side is XR is a thing, XR is for real, and XR is now. So if you haven't started implementing XR technologies, you should start today. There are different industries that I'm going to showcase right now that have and companies that have already implemented these XR technologies at scale or are starting to do so. For instance, in the railway sector, we have the Spanish railway infrastructure manufacturer and the company that operates them. They're going to invest 1 million euros to scale XR this year. They've been testing and creating different custom applications during the last 4 to 5 years, and this year they're going to invest a great amount of money to leverage that and bring that at scale. For instance, we have the big CAE from Canada. They're going to implement 1 billion in innovation over the next 5 years, for to develop the aviation technologies of the future. And you know what? One of the main technologies they are going to use in that innovation part are going to be immersive technologies to reinforce the leadership in training, for instance. Another one, we have the Spanish military. Last year they started developing a training via solution to improve the capabilities of their professionals. So in the following years, they are thinking about how they're going to scale this to different processes and to different departments across the different Spanish military defense. And finally, and that's why today we are featuring the HITACHI nuclear energy. A couple of months ago, they posted this on LinkedIn about something they are working on in regards of virtual reality for training, in regards of virtual reality in immersive rooms. So today you will know more about what they are working on and how they come up with a strategy in implementing XR technologies, not only for training, but also for design review and for other purposes inside the BE. So the second statement, if you would like to start implementing XR technologies, is think big, start small, and scale fast. You have a great picture of what you would like to accomplish. Start with, a real use case, with the goals you would like to have after deploying and implementing XR technologies for training, for instance, for the training process, and then have the possibility of scale that fast. And as I mentioned before, with an XR platform, you can do that in a very easy way. So let's start with the success case. HITACHI Nuclear Energy, the path to success, how they did it. For instance, let me start by sharing with you the challenge. So initially, they would like to improve the capability of professionals, how they train their people and reduce the costs and risk. How they train their people is like they bring everybody from different locations worldwide to one location to be trained in a physical nuclear reactor. You can imagine with this pandemic situation we suffered and we are suffering, this wasn't possible. Okay, so this is actually a thing that has accelerated the implementation of XR technologies worldwide across the industry. But for them, that was the main challenge. How I can manage this? And actually, this is a picture of how they do the training, the physical training. So this is a very complex environment. That's a nuclear reactor, many people involved, and they would like to replicate this in a different way to reduce the risk and costs. Well, which was the plan? First, find a deployable and scalable XR platform. They had this crystal clear. They know that these XR technologies can make the difference. So they started to research in the market, which is, a deployable and scalable XR platform to start onboarding with these technologies in the company. So they thought about Vero. And next, they developed a proof of concept for boiling water reactor for movement process. That's the picture, the real picture. So they decided to bring, okay, I would like to have this training process in virtual reality, because if I can train my people in virtual reality, I don't need to bring everybody to one location to being trained in a physical nuclear reactor, so I can reduce the budget spent on that, and I can reduce the risk of having any kind of anybody of my team injured. And this is actually what we have developed for them. This is an application we developed for that field movement process, where they can configure almost everything in that training field. For instance, they can select the plant they would like to be, their team to be trained. They can select any plant variables. They can configure, the layout, and even, they can configure, the part of the field movement they would like their people to be trained. And this is another picture of the virtual environment where they have, in this case, 2 people being trained in that virtual nuclear reactor. They can do it using a desktop and using a headset or whatever. So for example, one of the main deployment part that we're interested in is in having a large-scale room where they can train many people physically at the same time, and where they can connect. That asset that you see that is the real asset they use for field movement. So here the user has a tactile feedback. So when they are in the virtual environment with a headset and moving around, because they would like to be there's like a free roam, so you feel a realistic environment, and you are trained as as more realistic as possible and best as possible. They would like to have the possibility of touching the real asset they use for field movement. So we connected that asset in the virtual reality space, and this is a video of the whole solution implemented. here I can configure, as I mentioned before, anything they want for the training. And here, as you see, you're in the virtual simulation and the physical space in the room deployment where they can move around multiple people, and they can also, connect that asset where they can feel that tactile feedback of, the one who is, moving the fuel in the nuclear reactor. So they have both possibilities. You can be, you can do it in your desktop using your headset, or you can do it that training the virtual reality room. So which were the results? Well, crystal clear, significant saving in the most efficient manner possible. So they expect to reduce like $3 million per year implementing this EXA training solution across the department and across the workforce. And second, now they have it crystal clear again, as you saw on the post, that EXA and Vero has become a standard. It's going to become a standard for training and other GE challenges. This is important because they started with training, but they are also implementing EXA technologies and our EXA platform for design review and thinking about all the possibilities across different departments in the big GE. This is a quote of the former Secretary of Energy that visited the headquarters of HITACHI, where he experienced this EXA solution, and he said, "Grateful to HITACHI for hosting me at their facilities in North Carolina today. The talented team is making amazing strides with nuclear energy innovation and efficiency." HITACHI bet on EXA in this case for innovating in training and in other processes, and this is a good quote for them because they are doing things quite well. And there's another quote, but in this case from Ricardo Moreno. He is the Europe business VP of HITACHI. He is the main person that is leading this strategy inside the GE, and what he thinks about us and about working with us. Virtualware is technology, innovation, and fun. I had the opportunity to work with Virtualware during the last 3 years, and it has been plenty of technology, plenty of innovation, but more importantly, plenty of fun. So it's good to have an extra platform, but if you would like to implement that properly, you need to have a great partner as well. And I think for them, we are so. And my final statement, and coming back to the first statement, is EXA is a thing, EXA is for real, and EXA is now. You've seen that with this success story. So again, if you haven't started implementing EXA technology, you should. It doesn't matter if you are in the exploring phase or integration phase. If you would like to scale it, my recommendation is find an EXA platform, find a good partner, and find a leader inside your company that can manage it. With the EXA platform and the partner, I can help you, but with the internal leader in this, innovation, the transformation of the company, that's on you. So thank you. Thanks for joining me today, and I will be very happy to talk to you and discuss to you about these possibilities. And if you would like to know more about this, just reach out to me. Here are my email details. Thank you.
We believe in the power of dreams.
We believe in humanity.
We believe in technology.
We believe that together, we can change the world.
We care for sustainability.
We care for innovation.
We care about trust.
We care about moving society forward.
We push the boundaries of virtual reality.
We accelerate its adoption, and we help companies and institutions create a better future.
We believe, we care, we do.
We are Virtualware.